Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Just getting home from work a little bit ago, and while I was out working, I read something kind of. I guess it's not real surprising, but it has to do with the Coyotes. Of course, why wouldn't it? But before I get into that, and it's some pretty, it's definitely some pretty interesting stuff to hear about. But before I get into that, if you are new to the channel, hopefully you enjoy the content. If you do, it would mean a great deal to me and be greatly appreciated if you were to hit the like and subscribe down there. As I'm trying to see how close to 1,000 subscribers I can get by the end of the year, and I would greatly love your help in hopefully maybe getting a little closer to that by the end of the year. So it's one of them things. There's been so many things about the Coyotes, with dealing with the arena, having to play at ASU. Well, apparently Nick Kypreos, they were doing an interview with him on Sportsnet 590, and they were talking about the Coyotes arena. And the players are not happy. They apparently are not happy with the facility at all. And it's even worse than what was expected. So I don't know if that is because the arena's new. It's brand new. So, you should have some relatively decent quality facilities in there. But I'm thinking that it's maybe because there's not quite as much amenities in the college arena than there is in, say, a 18,000 seat Gila River arena. So it might just be that they're just not used to playing in a smaller building like that. But there's also talk that Arizona State has done this relatively cheaply, and the players don't really like that either. Now, it is wondered, will the league step in? Because they're supposed to be playing here for the next 3 to 4 years. So, what do you do? Do you, what do you have to upgrade? What are the Coyotes going to have to upgrade? Because the Coyotes, to play out of there, they have to pay to put all of this new stuff in there. Now, again, it's a smaller arena, so you're not going to have the kind of space that you had at Gila River. So I don't know. It's very, very interesting. But as Nick Kypreos said, he said, there's a lot of rumblings about the boys not being happy, and apparently they're really, really upset. And it's worse than what was expected. So I don't know what the league is going to do. I don't know what they necessarily can do. But, Kypreos, of course, he kind of echoed, what he had been hearing also. That, basically, they're still calling the Coyotes a joke of a professional franchise. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see exactly what is going to go on. Is the league going to intervene? It's what's going to be really interesting too. This is the home team. Imagine when the road teams go in there. What are some of the other players for the visiting teams? What are they going to say? I got a feeling this marriage with Arizona State, even though it was looking like hey this might go off with somewhat without a hitch. Yeah, now that we're getting into the season, now that the season officially is starting here on this weekend, I believe. I guess it's not surprising to hear that that players for the Coyotes are not happy at what they're going to have to do, what they're going to have to work with. So once they start playing there, we'll see how we'll see how things go. It'll be interesting to hear, especially from the visiting players, what they think. What do they think of the situation? What do they think of the locker rooms? What do they think of the amenities that are there? Because it is said that sometimes universities can be relatively cheap, even though their endowments are massive. But we'll have to wait and see, considering they're going to have to be there for at least the next potentially 3 years, maybe 4. It all depending on what Tempe does. But yeah, and with where a lot of people are thinking the Coyotes are going to finish, what's going to be interesting too is if they get through the first two and a half months of the season, and they are like where they were last year, right there at the bottom, where when they're like 30 games in, they have like 3 wins. What is the attendance at Arizona State gonna look like? Because the college kids are getting a decent prices on tickets. Will they still go to the game? I gotta think they still might go to the game, the college kids. But what about the rest of the fans? If they are in just a horrible spot where they're just, like I said, if they're 30 games in and they've only won like 3 or 4 games, what's the attendance going to look like? It's one thing to have a half empty Gila River Arena. How's that going to look if you have a half empty Arizona State? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But currently, apparently, the Coyote players are not happy with their facilities, and yeah. So once the games start going, it'll be interesting to hear what some of the visiting teams and players say. But as of right now, they're not happy, and we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to see if the league steps in at any point to, say something, do something. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys surprised that the Coyote players are not happy with the accommodations of the college arena? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. Let me know in the comments section. I also, if you want to join the conversation, I will put the link to the Discord in the description below. And yeah. And, if you were new to the channel, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit like and subscribe. If you've been here a few times and you just haven't quite gotten around to hitting that subscribe button, it'd be awesome if you did. If you did. Because about 55% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed. I would love to get that number lower. And yeah, I'd really love your guys' help with that, especially if you enjoy the content. It might if you're having a bad day, hitting that subscribe button, hitting the little bell to get notified whenever I upload a video. Never know. If you're having a bad day, you might see one of my videos and might, make your day make you feel a little better about the day. Which, hey, I would be glad I could help with that. So, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below about the the Coyotes not being happy about their accommodations. And again, if you were new or you've been here before, it'd be awesome if you hit like and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.